Hello my friends, welcome to video 2 of 4 of the Modern Samurai Project Black Belt Standards. This one is Draw and Fire 1 at 7 yards. So the Draw and Fire 1 is particularly challenging because this requires you to be absolutely present because of the really tight time constraint. The par time for Draw and Fire 1 at the 7 yard line is a 1 second flat, so you must be 1 second or below to qualify for the Black Belt Standard. Just like the rest of the exercise, you get 1 mulligan per stage, and you have to hit the alpha in order for the shot to count. So this is absolute performance. There's no wiggle room as far as being late to the dot or being late to the beep or anything like that. And that's part of what makes this so hard. This one, in my opinion, is one of the most demanding because you have to be ahead of the beep as far as possible. Okay, so for practice mode, I've got my target set up downrange. Let me turn the camera on. So for practice mode, I have my M3 Strategies silhouette target downrange. Jedi does have his own targets that he shoots his test with, but these work very well for practice mode, although they're not the official target. So I've set my vision where I need my dot to appear, and I'm gonna go ahead and check my dot, and I'm gonna get a free draw stroke out of there just in case. Okay, dot looks good, nice and bright. Round in the chamber, we're ready to begin. So this is Draw and Fire 1. That's a mulligan. I got all the way out to the end and my dot was off to the right-hand side. So here's the thing, you can't see this, but if I look down at my feet, my right foot is canted outward in the direction that my dot was just out. So let me fix that. I'm gonna take that right foot and I'm gonna kick it in a little bit and I'm gonna shorten my stance up. I'm kind of broad and that was feeling a bit off. And it took that mulligan for me to feel that. Okay, Draw and Fire 1. All right, we are in a 110. In a 110. So I'm 10. No.
Back up.
Correction. We're in a 98. My timer picked up a bit of an echo, which registered as a 12, but we only fired 1 shot. So the first signal it picked up was a 98. So that would have been in by 0.02 of a second, which is interesting. I'm gonna see if I can fix this timer to where it'll stop picking up that echo. Too soon.
Too soon, Junior.
Too soon, in a 99.
Put the Fast and the Furious "Too Soon" Junior meme right there.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's genius. So here's the thing. I was 1/100th of a second slower than the previous run, which was probably came from my reaction time. And I was too soon because I was in a rush and I was trying to hurry. So here's the thing. We say this to students constantly in classes. Don't try to be fast. Be fast. I just need to live up to that. So what that means now is I needed that. I needed to see that Charlie hit, and I saw the flight path of my dot. I knew it was too early as soon as I pressed on the trigger, but it was too late at that point. So now I failed. I get to have fun now. So now we're gonna shoot and practice and see what's possible. So I'm gonna prioritize my vision over everything else. I just need to see something. I don't need to overconfirm, I just need to see something. Okay, I saw even less that time and terrible grip. So that should have been a mulligan, but we're learning. That was in a 94. So I prioritized seeing something. That's what I said, but I didn't execute it. So there's a flaw in my plan. So let's go through each step and find out where that is. So I'm standing up straight in good posture. My eyes are set on target. I'm building my plan. I'm organizing it. I'm letting the program install itself and I'm visualizing. So I can see what it looks like to see the gun. I can see the dot dropping in, finger prepped on the trigger. I break it as it enters the target. A little bit better. In a 106. So now I'm running into a different problem. My organization is getting a little bit scrambled. I'm a little bit late to the beep. The draw, the grip, the presentation, all of that feels good, but I'm really in a mindset now that I have to rush. And I don't have to. I simply just have to show up and shoot. Better. It's 109. It's still out. It's still under a second, but the line breaks do count. So that lets me know something. I was a little bit more organized on that one. Now I just need to go. I need to get off the beep and get a little bit ahead of it if I can. So I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna stand in good posture, and I'm just gonna let this one go. Okay, a little bit lack of confirmation on that one in a 102. So the time is whittling down, which is okay, but I need to be able to see something. What I'm looking for is a streak. I'm gonna focus on seeing my streak on this next one. There we go. Line break in a 103. We're watching it whittle down, which is interesting. So again, that's a line break. I saw my dot on the edge. It was there, I said send it. So far we found my stretch pretty early on, which I'm happy about. And the cool thing is I like struggling like this. The struggle is where growth lives. Now the moment that I feel like I'm beating my head against a wall and I'm not getting any value out of it, it's time to do something else or just be done for the day. That's just kind of the way this whole thing works. And what's important to understand, this is a hard test. This is a very hard metric and a very hard time signature to hit. So you have to give yourself a little bit of grace. Okay, we're just a little bit shy. That one was 1 second flat. So we found the time metric and it lives in my reaction and my preparatory index before the beep goes off. That's where it lives and I know that. Second thing, I was a little late on the trigger. I saw the dot slash and I only got to see it in the bottom left-hand third of that alpha. So I was a little bit late. So my support hand, if I dialed this in a little bit sooner, that'll keep it from being so severely off to one side, and I'll be able to make a more predictive path out of the dot. One more. I promise this is the last one. And a Charlie and a 95. I lied. We're doing one more. All right, my support hand again was super late on that one, and that was again 1 second flat. So now I've got the time metrics, I need to organize a little bit better. What's happening right now, the reason why we're seeing the majority of my misses off to the left-hand side is because my support hand is late. So what that looks like is by the time my grip comes to join the gun's already out here, so it's in motion. I need to build the grip a little bit sooner. So as this comes up and I build the grip up and out, that dot should be dropping in from 12. Okay, over confirmation on that one, but we're well in 122. So 2/10 wasn't worth it. The 2/10 was not worth it. It was worth it to get the hit, but for the time constraint, it makes it very, very strict. So 1 second, you don't have time to over-confirm with 1 second. You got to go. So that's a part of what I enjoy about this one, is it really forces me to push myself. So let's push. Let's get for one more. Impact in a 98. There we go. That's what I needed. I just needed to relax. I needed to struggle a bit to see what needed to be refined. We were able to make the refinement and then we're able to execute the program. So the cool thing about practicing like this, when you embrace the struggle, it's not an unpleasant thing. It's not like you're getting your butt kicked in the gym or anything like that. This is a mental struggle. Most of shooting, especially when we talk about performance, most of it lives in the mental state. Once you're able to tame that and tame yourself, I know it's kind of a martial concept, but you're able to perform at a high level on demand, and that's where true performance really lives. So I hope you enjoyed watching my struggle process, and I hope you got something out of it. I know I did, because I learned where my program needs to be refined a little bit more, and this is the benefit of practicing things like this. If you guys have any questions, if you'd like to get involved in our training program where we can deep dive into whatever your struggle is, you can reach out to us on the link tree. If you reach out to us on social media, we'll be happy to get you guys steered in the right direction, and we hope to see you guys in class very soon. My name is Getty. Be safe.